Inside Alligator Alcatraz, DeSantis' secretive new immigration detention facility exposed. In a shocking revelation, over 100 emails obtained by reporter Kate Payne from Tallahassee have exposed how local officials in Southwest Florida were caught off guard by the DeSantis administration's swift plans to build an immigration detention center, informally dubbed Alligator Alcatraz, on land owned by the county in the Florida Everglades. While local leaders were still trying to verify what they referred to as a mere rumor, the administration of Republican Governor Ron DeSantis had already initiated the process of bringing in contractors and organizing the construction of a facility. Remarkably, the center was constructed in just a matter of days, with the state utilizing an executive order to take control of the land and circumvent local laws and regulations. Once known for its transparency, Florida's government under DeSantis has increasingly become less accessible to journalists. However, thanks to Payne's expertise in Florida's public records laws, she managed to uncover a significant collection of emails exchanged among county officials, state agency leaders, and residents. This collection provides a rare glimpse into the confusion and frustration surrounding the project. Payne's article featured screenshots of these candid and colorful email exchanges, which added a dynamic visual element to her reporting. Collaborating closely with Top Stories editor Chris Sumhine and news design director Daryl Allen, she transformed a records-driven investigation into a visually engaging and compelling narrative that allowed readers to connect directly with the material. Judges commended Payne for highlighting the increasing culture of secrecy in Florida and for demonstrating how local records can reveal the immediate impacts of decisions made at the top. For her skillful navigation of Florida's public record laws and her ability to expose the tensions between state and local authorities regarding a covert executive order, Kate Payne has been awarded this week's Best of the Week second winner. Deportations begin at Alligator Alcatraz, Florida's immigration surge. Imagine a controversial detention facility hidden deep in the Florida Everglades, where deportation flights are now taking off. This is not fiction, it's the reality of Alligator Alcatraz, a newly operational immigration detention center that has sparked heated debate across the nation. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis recently announced that deportations have officially begun from this remote site, emphasizing its role as a hub for ramping up the removal of undocumented immigrants. But here's where it gets controversial. While state officials tout its practicality and efficiency, critics argue over whether such measures truly address the complexities of immigration or simply exacerbate existing tensions. During a press conference held at the facility on Friday, July 25th, 2025, Governor DeSantis proudly declared that hundreds of detainees had already been processed for deportation through Alligator Alcatraz. He framed the facility as a cornerstone of Florida's efforts to support the federal government's crackdown on illegal immigration. A move he claims will increase both the frequency and scale of deportations. The location itself is notable for its unique feature: an airstrip capable of accommodating planes used specifically for deportation missions. But what exactly does this mean for those caught in the crosshairs of these policies? According to Garrett Ripper, a senior official with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, 2 or 3 deportation flights have already departed from Alligator Alcatraz. And this is just the beginning. DeSantis predicts that the pace of these operations will accelerate significantly, thanks to massive funding allocated by Congress to bolster immigration enforcement under the Trump administration. Florida, too, has stepped up its game, deploying state resources and personnel to assist federal authorities in identifying, apprehending, and detaining individuals living unlawfully within its borders. Adding another layer to the story, Larry Keefe, executive director of Florida's Board of Immigration Enforcement, issued a stark warning during the same event. He stated that Floridians should expect a surge in immigration-related arrests throughout the state. How big is this surge going to be? Reports indicate that local law enforcement agencies have effectively doubled their capacity to arrest undocumented immigrants suspected of violating federal laws. To achieve this, approximately 1,800 Florida troopers have been deputized as federal immigration agents. In recent days, the Trump administration granted additional credentials to 1,200 sheriff's deputies and 650 state agents, further amplifying the state's ability to enforce federal immigration mandates. These actions are made possible through agreements known as 287G partnerships between ICE and local state governments. Under these arrangements, authorities gain varying degrees of power to enforce federal immigration laws, including arresting and detaining individuals without legal status. Notably, Florida law mandates cooperation between state law enforcement agencies and federal immigration entities, a requirement that some view as necessary for public safety, but others see as overly punitive. Kevin Guthrie, who serves as the executive director of Florida's Division of Emergency Management, provided further insight into the logistics of Alligator Alcatraz. Currently, the facility can house up to 2,000 detainees, though plans are underway to expand its capacity to accommodate 4,000 individuals. Despite allegations of inhumane conditions such as unsanitary food, limited access to showers, and restricted communication with legal counsel, Guthrie defended the facility's infrastructure and readiness for potential hurricane-related challenges. When questioned about these concerns, Governor DeSantis responded confidently, stating, "This ain't our first rodeo," implying that contingency plans are firmly in place. So, where do we go from here? As the debate rages on, one question looms large. Are facilities like Alligator Alcatraz solving systemic issues or merely creating new ones? With conflicting opinions swirling around every aspect of the initiative, from its ethical implications to its effectiveness, this topic invites robust discussion. Do you agree with Governor DeSantis' approach? Or do you believe there's a better way forward? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective.